It's time for another installment of Flashpoint. This week, Eric Von Aken talks with the Titusville Police Department on how they're getting results with Operation Icebreaker.
Good morning to you. I'm Eric Von Aken. Communities rely on police departments to protect and serve, of course. Well, in return, police rely on the community's support. But sometimes those relationships, especially lately, as we've seen, can be stressed. So one local law enforcement is building a bridge to enable communication, cooperation, and, of course, to get results. That's the whole idea. So joining us again this morning is Amy Matthews of the Titusville Police Department. Welcome back, Amy.
Thank you so much. I love being here.
We actually love having you here because one of the things that you have done with the police department is you've thought out of the box. I mean, you always do something different that we don't hear about at a lot of PDs to get results. And the latest thing, what we're talking about this morning, is Operation Icebreaker. So first of all, what is this?
Well, Operation Icebreaker is just another tool that our officers came up with to help increase the communication between the community and the police department. So this is actually where we take a snow cone machine to kids in neighborhoods or at schools or wherever you want, and we make snow cones. The police hand them out, and we talk to everyone in the neighborhood.
Okay, you say snow cone machine. I mean, this is a thing you see like at carnivals, right?
Yes, okay. It's a snow cone machine. We're making snow cones for kids, adults, anyone who wants a snow cone. And it's twofold because we are, making a sweet icy treat that everyone wants to have. It's refreshing, but we're also chipping away at those communication barriers. You hand someone a snow cone, you strike up a conversation. You make yourself more accessible to the community and approachable.
So set the scene for me here. You have a machine and you have officers in uniform,
yes,
that are operating this machine, yes, and actually handing them to kids. That alone breaks down the barrier because now, I guess you're forcing whoever it is to have a conversation, to look you in the eye and see you as a human.
Right. You're building up a rapport with the community, especially the youth. You're setting a great foundation, setting up a communication between the youth and the law enforcement officers in our community, which makes it easier for people to, find trust in us.
One of the things we talked about last time you were here is the lock it or lose it campaign. Mm-hmm. Again, thinking out of the box. Everybody says this. We've heard the PDs say this to so many people, but you actually took it around the city. You put up banners all over the place, right, shouting it from the hilltops. Again, in this case with Operation Icebreaker, you're thinking out of the box. Where did this one come from in particular? Who decided to go and spend, what, $500 bucks on a snow cone machine?
Well, we had a couple officers just thought of different ways of maybe reaching out to the children. The youth are the most important thing in our community, and we want to make sure that they feel like they can talk to us. Mm-hmm. If they're going to talk to us, their parents are going to talk to us.
But of all things is a snow cone machine.
The snow cones, they make it happen. Everyone loves snow cones.
That's true.
The thing is, we are getting results that I didn't really think would happen because mm-hmm, people our tips are increasing. We're getting phone calls about crimes in the police department because that line of communication has just been nurtured through snow cones.
That was going to be my next question. Is it paying off? You are getting results.
Yes, absolutely.
You can quantify them. I mean, you are seeing the phones ringing. You're seeing people talk to you. That's another thing. When I report on some of these stories, especially in neighborhoods where people don't like police, they don't like talking to police, they don't like being the snitch. They need some sort of incentive, or they need to feel comfortable when it comes to talking to a police officer. You're seeing that.
Yes, it helps everyone feel more like we're more approachable. People are going to come up to us and talk to us and give us maybe tips, or they're 10 times more likely to give information about a crime if you have already a relationship built with that police department. So that's what we're trying to do. Make sure that everyone feels like they can come up and talk to us. We're there to serve them. We're there to help them. We're the good guys.
I got a lot more questions for you. We'll get to them right after the break. We're going to continue talking with Amy Matthews from the Titusville Police Department. Among other things I'm going to ask you is how other police departments are reaching out to you that actually want to borrow your snow cone machine.
I know, it's great.
We'll talk about that right after the break. Welcome back to Flashpoint. I'm Eric Von Aken. Today we're speaking with Amy Matthews from the Titusville Police Department about a very innovative program. You call this Operation Icebreaker because you're actually using snow cone machines, Amy. You take them out into the community. Specifically, you mentioned you're getting results, but specifically, what's changing? What are you seeing?
Well, there's an increase in tips coming in from the community to our police department. Like I said, it's the face-to-face interaction. It's that accessibility that we make possible with a snow cone that has helped our community become more trusting and approachable.
You mentioned that you had a very trying scene very recently, and the community was on edge. So first of all, tell me about this, and tell me what you did the next day with the machine.
Right. Well, we had a missing child, and thankfully that child was found within 3 or 4 hours, safe and unharmed. But during that, there was a whole group of families, children around, kind of involved in this, where there was law enforcement, there were helicopters, there were canine dogs, bloodhounds. It's just a scurry of intimidation to people who don't realize what we're doing. It could be scary sometimes to kids. So we went back the next day, took our snow cone machine. I had officers handing out snow cones to the community, to those same children that witnessed this, event that happened the day before, and it made them feel more at ease. They came up to us, parents were thanking us. It really made a difference. It goes to show that FaceTime, that communication, getting results.
The parents actually came up to you and said, thank you so much for coming back, because of course the way that you had left the day before would have left a different impression in these kids' minds. Right.
It could be very intimidating for children to witness something like that. Scary, almost, they don't know what's going on. So the next day we're back there giving them snow cones, talking to everyone, and they realize, hey, these are the good guys. We're here to help them. That's our job. We're here to serve them.
I know little kids love snow cones. Mine are little. They very much love snow cones. But I mean, are we talking older kids too? What kind of ages?
Everyone loves snow cones, even the adults, maybe more so. We've had in our officers, they love them too. The thing is, we've got our results the first time when we saw a little kid smile with that first snow cone and happy and thanked us. It was so rewarding, but I didn't realize how much the officers would enjoy it as well. It's so rewarding. It's making them feel good about their job, and it's also increasing that rapport, laying a great foundation for our youth to have that relationship with law enforcement, and a positive relationship.
You were telling me this is working so well that other police departments, I guess around the country, are starting to hear about this.
Yes.
They want to know what to do.
I've gotten calls from all over the country asking about Operation Icebreaker and how they can do it, or where I got my snow cone machine.
How are they hearing this? Facebook? Facebook. You're very active on social media.
We're very active on. We keep that line of communication open in several ways, but social media is one of our great ways of communicating. Between the community and the police department. We're committed. We do other things, we do events all over town all the year round. We have Shop with a Cop, which is coming up. We have Partnership in the Park at Isaac Campbell, National Night Out. There's so many ways, but this Operation Icebreaker is just another tool to increase that approachability that we should have with our community. Some people actually want to borrow your machine. Yes, other agencies have asked to borrow it, and we'll let them. Of course.
Buy your own.
It's all good. It's good for everyone.
$500, right? One more question for you. So if someone is in the community and they're thinking, look, this would be really good. I mean, we got some kids in our neighborhood or in our building or on our street who could really benefit from seeing the positive side of law enforcement. What do they do? Can they just call you and say, come on out?
Oh, we're always available. Like I said, we're here for our community, and this has been such a great way of, literally breaking the ice, establishing a great relationship, establishing trust, and anything that we can do to help our community, we're here for them.
You've seen this building of trust pay off.
Yes. Getting results, absolutely. Crime is going down. We have, just our officers stop and people come up and talk to us. It's really helping with the communication and that face-to-face time.
Wow. I think that Titusville, with what you're doing, programs like this, is soon going to be perhaps the safest city in Central Florida.
Let's hope.
Should I go on the record and say that? No, you're doing a great job. And again, you're doing so many things at your police department, which is one of the reasons that we do our Getting Crime Results segment with you. So many things that several others aren't doing. And you are breaking down some of these barriers, especially lately, that we've seen all over the country. There's a lot of tension. Yeah. And it seems like an icy machine would help with that.
One snow cone can start a conversation, and that's all we're asking for, and it works.
Amy Matthews of the Titusville Police Department, thank you so much for being our guest today.
Thanks
We're going to be back with more news and weather in just a few minutes. I'm Eric Von Eck, and have a great rest of your morning.